Big job this morning, load of wood's arrived. I've got some screwdrivers, getting ready for making the box heat exchanger for the dryer. Boxing this in now so the fan draws through the radiator. This emergency stop though, it's kind of in the wrong place because we'll access the dryer down here. The emergency stop's behind it. So I've looked inside and power's off, but it's only these two wires and they're dead long, so we're going to bring it out along and round and put the emergency stop here where we can get at it as we walk in. So I'm just going to figure out how that unclips. Hopefully with a screwdriver it's pretty easy. Got the hydro vane on the front of the Valtra. Morgan's going to just quickly blast out the heat exchanger. When it went near the front of it where all the dust was, couldn't even see him, so I ran. I'm not going to mask him, I was still over behind him. Time to run some straw up now to the horses. In the wrong yard, so I'm going to strap them on here, so at least the spike's not dangerous. Just got here in time, he's picking some generators up. They had a couple of generators at the weekend for the Marquee, the back. You'll see in a sec probably when I go around. I'll go and grab them for him with pallet forks. Having a little shifty round in the shed, move the bale of haylage that they've got there and hopefully get the bales of straw in the back corner behind them is the plan. And I wish we'd made this a little bit bigger. There we go, all shoved in there now. We need to have it tidy up with a bin, don't we? With a string there, knocking about. Come to see if we can find some pallet forks. Look at that concrete, isn't that amazing? Cuban concrete. But there's no forks been left here, so I'll just have to carry these generators with a chain, I think, or a sling. The guy's got a high up, so they must be able to lift them from the top from a balance point. If not, Rob can bring some forks up in the van, but I'll see what he's got with a chain or a sling now. Yeah, the chef that we use, he got married here on Saturday. Oh, well, he got married somewhere and had his reception here. So they put these teepees up, they're all open at the other side. I've got a picture actually. Anyway, they're here taking them down now. Oh well, balances pretty well. But by the way, if anyone wants to buy an Ivecro, Ian's selling it. He was half converted into a motorhome cum show trailer. But he's been on it about 10 years and giving up now. It's a grand day for taking them down anyway. That was an easy job. They're only taking him a mile and then he could have carried them back for him. Oh, that's it, bale spike on now. Put it across the road and then go back to the yard. Actually, Charlotte needs a bale of hay for her horse, so she can have this one that's been against the leaky roof. Because that'll just chop out. But inside, should be nice stuff. Morgan's got the silage trailer on, he's just going to go and lift midden for someone. Oh, it's going to be sad when that goes. Richard Paris has got a black one at the moment on 900 tyres, it looks amazing. Matthew's going to help with the birthday bumble, but I think he might be a little bit shy, so I'll start. So we've got Carl Turnbull. Yeah, Rosie Evlington, I think it is. Then Mark Clippo Clipston. I'm not going to microphone, so I'll carry it on. Scotty Crash 991, don't know what that is, but he's 53. Spencer Smith's 5, and Dawn Headley is 64, and we're now at £70,608. So thank you, and thanks, Matthew. See this? Looks like coffee powder. It's Phacelia seed. Little tiny armadillos they look like. We're going to go and sow some now, and hopefully combine it to get more seed, because it's dear. There's 20, I thought I said 20, but there's 25 grams worth of different seeds here, so we're going to try and multiply some of that up. I've had Manitou here today talk about a deal on this. They do a 6-year warranty. That's like nearly as good as a Kia. So if someone will stand by a machine for 6 years, they must have a lot of confidence in it, mustn't they? So if they can make it add up and I can trade my other one in or flip it, and then keep this 6 years, it's pretty cheap cherry pickering or safety. A lot of people say, why don't you use the basket on the telehandler? Using a basket on the telehandler is only legal up to 6 meters for non-routine work. So in other words, if that gutter fell off and you went up to fix it, you could do that. But if you decided next week I'm going to clean them gutters out, that's classed as routine maintenance, so you can't legally use a basket for it. And it's a lot safer than a ladder, but if something was to go wrong, you're liable. Whereas this thing, as long as you've got a harness on and you're in this, it's easy. Plus, it's a one-man operation. It's like when the spiders webs over the security cameras, which happens all the time. Someone just sticks harness on, jumps in, up they go, just cleans it and off the back down again. Whereas if you did it with a telehandler, it's a two-man job. And I'm not... Maybe you could say it's an emergency if there's a spider's web across the camera, but I'm not sure how legal it is. The only fault with this drill is you have to unfold it to fill the hopper, which is a little bit annoying because it doesn't take long, like, but you can't just hoof stuff in quick. So we've got 5 bags on the side. Rob's got the one that we're hoping to check it's the right stuff. Morg's going to stick it in now and calibrate it, and I'm going to meet him at the field and set it up, because we're going to have to put it really shallow because the seed is so small. The little Sonic the Hedgehog, armadillo kind of things. Proper tiny. This morning I went up moving the straw around for the horses, and someone had brought the pallet forks home, which was annoying because I couldn't move the water butt out the field. I'm going to have to mould drain a pipe in, I think, for them, so that we don't have to keep moving the water back and forth. It only seems to last 2 weeks in this weather, and we've got better things to do in harvest than water around for horses. So we'll mould drain a pipe in when we get time. Can you tell where the carpet was for the Marquee? You know, we showed you that picture of the bus. This is the pond it backed into. There's Morgan. Right, we'll follow him now. Set the drill up. Have a quick look at the spring barley on my way past. Little bits of volunteer wheats. Maybe some wild oats in there as well. Bit annoying, but on a whole, at least it's covered the whole field. It's the one that floods. This field should have been sunflowers. Pigeons, slugs, bad germination, bad weather, absolutely nothing here. So I had a bit of a flush of ryegrass, which we've glyphosated off, and now we're sowing the coffee seed. So we're just going to set off now with the drill and see what depth it's at. We're basically just sowing into dust, but 10 mil of rain forecast for tomorrow. So hopefully a bit of watering it in, and it should start growing pretty quick. It grows really fast and it's blue flowers. We're going to sow this 20 acres here, and about 17 the other side of that field of beans. And then when we combine, and hopefully we'll be able to combine the beans and that on the same day, is the plan. Obviously now we have a new Environment Government Minister, Steve Reed. if you're watching this, or in fact if you are any other business and happen to be watching, there's a lot of new faces now within Whitehall, and a lot of them are doing jobs that they're not familiar with. So if you're watching Steve and you want to come out on a farm and you want to spend a couple of days with us, maybe when it's a summer recess or a week, whichever, I mean you can cart grain for a week if it's dry, you're very welcome to come out, visit the farm, see how it works, not just in the field but behind the scenes of a lot of the paperwork and all the sort of legislation side of it. That would be amazing. And also, if you're a different business and you're watching this video and I don't know, you do something to do with transport, why don't you offer some sort of training as well? So a work experience for the transport minister or the housing minister or the whatever. Maybe we could call it like MP work experience, hashtag MP work experience for this summer. So I know they're always busy people, but they do get like a good few weeks off in the summer, and I think it'd really upskill them if they visited industry and businesses and learn what's going on the shop floor. And then that means then that going forwards they can make better decisions to suit the country and everyone else. So if you are watching and you're an MP or something like that, get in touch with someone and I'm sure we can make it happen. I've come up checking the gutters because them pigeons carry and drop all sorts. Scumming it, so they need a bit of a brushing out. Just checking that there's no dead ones on here, because if you get a dead one on here it blocks that hole. It causes loads of trouble. That's why we've got the weirs cut right out the end. See, wheat from up here as well. Obviously the bit there is matched up. Matt has done a splendid job of this. This is now where the heat exchanger lives. It smells of wood in here. So that'll suck, pull heat through there, out the top of that roof. So now it's converted to run on hot water. So that's one door one side, and then we come round this side. We've made a box there as well to stop stuff falling down. That as well. This is another door as well this side, so if you want to clean it out we can blow it straight through. So now it's good, all ready for harvest. Here's a quiz question today. What is that big pole going up there on the side of the dryer? Shiny bit, a little bit of a black bit. What do you think that does? I think you know, let us know in the comments. Oh, it's nice to be in a bit of climate control. It's 22 degrees outside today. Been dry, really nice day all day, but then I did speak to someone before in Herefordshire and Cirencester, and it was raining. So I don't know what weather everyone else has had today, but we've had a glorious day. Just out on the abatement, gonna go and spray off some OSR, and then hopefully we'll be able to combine in a couple of weeks. Little bit of weed in it. I think is it shepherd's purse, is that black stuff. This side of the field though is fairly even for ripening, but the far side over there has got a bit of green in it. It's hard to see where the pigeons are eating it, so that's more important to be sprayed off really. I'm spraying over there, but I've come to look at this field of beans because it looks absolutely amazing. It was mauled in with the quad track, and let me get in the middle of it and I'll show you. It's, I don't know, like bigger than me in places. It's probably the only field this year that I'm pleased with out of all the crops, because it looked great. And when you look, there's quite a lot of pods forming as well. The taller they are, the more pods. So I reckon this will easily be the highest yielding field of beans. But you can see the conditions we did it in. Look, that's the ruts foot deep from where we sprayed it and mauled it in. But it's good, isn't it? It's not all good though. See this wild oat here? Like a second flush in this field. So when you look across, there's thousands of them, which is really annoying. But to be fair, the wheat, considering it was sown really late and it's not skyfall, doesn't look too bad. Apart from they're obviously going to be scavenging the nutrition and the daylight. Yeah, that is so annoying, that field, but it's farming. Sometimes you end up with one like that, so well, I don't really know if there's a lot we can do for it now, whether it's too late to go back through for this. It's already been sprayed once for them. Anyway, we're ending the video now. I might see some of you tomorrow at Yorkshire Show. They have got quite an action-packed schedule for me, to the point where they've got some sort of buggy gatory thing to, or Corvus or whatever, I don't know what it is, to move me from place to place, because every 20 minutes I'm visiting a different place. So I might see some of you there, might not. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow.